Yay, now it's kind of working. I'm gonna have to work on this. Okay, let's see. How well is this working? Hello, guys. I am noticing this is having more and more issues since I can't hook up my good sound stuff for this, but we'll make do with what we got, I guess. Since it's always got to be this way. So, hey guys, hello. I figured just kind of do more of a chill stream, hang out, talk, do questions, answers, talk about all sorts of things, probably go over some of the stuff I've gone through with the meat romp, all the fun stuff that you guys have probably seen about stuff going on. What do you mean says waiting for you on PC? Okay. Well, that's good at least. Yeah, I just kind of had to throw this my headset around my neck since it doesn't fit on this. Usually, I was trying to hook up my nice Yeti mic, but for some reason it doesn't want to work, and I'm gonna guess I have to completely reset this entire thing to get it to work. So for now, we're just gonna kind of have to deal with that. But so it is. So it has to be. I'll have to work on it and figure it out for the next stream and see what I can do to make it all work. I'm gonna guess just because I didn't prep it. It's the I don't know. It just says Stereo Yeti here. I can grab it. Actually, I lost it. Where did I put it? Here it is. There we go. It's the Yeti Blue. So, nice little guy. Only downside is, for some reason, when I plug it in, it doesn't like to work. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. And for Bug, since when do you have this suit? If you go back, it's in the middle of my live stream of MFF's Dealer's Den. My fiance Scarlett decided it'd be a wonderful surprise to get me a suit from Waterdog Wharf. So this is a second suit that I have that I got for her that I'm trying to wear a bit more. I'm getting a bodysuit for it, so I should get that by midsummer. So hopefully you'll see this guy around a lot more. Hello, people joining. How are you all doing today? But yeah, this is a Waterdog Wharf. Got it at MFF. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen, and by God, I love it so much. It breathes really well. Thanks, and yeah, for this, it doesn't exactly, I don't know if it needs an app or anything. I plug it in and it usually works. Just for some reason, I never really tried it on a streaming software, and it's just not liking it at all. So I'm kind of having to go this way with just my gaming mic, which again really isn't that bad, so I don't have too much to worry about. It's just, I would like that nice crisp audio, so I'm gonna have to work with that for the next stream and see what I can hook up. Because the other issue is it likes to cut out sound too, and try to throttle sound through it as well, which I don't want. I want it just to be primarily for voice, not audio. I know, Wolfeltek's usually the one for technical rambling, not me. I'm the one that just tells kind of funny stories. Do I wish to legalize Awoo? That's more Wolfeltek's field, but as a cat currently, I would say no. We'll keep meow legal though. I'm using Streamlabs OBS. I've been using it to kind of do some artistic freedom with making everything on it and hooking up to make everything run pretty nice. And I like it. It's just this is the first time I've actually run into an issue that I'm not sure how to fix, but working on it, I can deal with it. Oh boy, here comes all the woos. Of course, it's a bunch of dogs in this chat. Get out. But yeah, probably by the next stream I'll have this thing worked out. Oh yeah, it auto selects your streaming your like gaming mic. So like it auto detects my Corsair headset. But when I don't want it to select that, I try to get it to select this and then it goes, "No. Let's not do that." Evolution, I use Streamlabs OBS. It's a really nice little program, and essentially, you can cross stream, so you can set it to stream to either YouTube or Twitch or whatever other streaming services there are. It really works with all of them, and it has a really nice interactive setup so that you can make everything look just how you want to set it up to be. It's really nice. Well, that's good at least. Yeah, this thing's got really good audio. I'm quite happy with it. It's just, it likes to be mean. And yeah, Streamlabs. I started with OBS, but then I moved on to Streamlabs just because I realized it was a lot nicer. A lot more customizable content. When I did start with just OBS, but then all that did was record your screen and nothing else. And I wanted to, add some pizzazz. Yeah, for anybody streaming, I definitely recommend Streamlabs. It's really nice and very easy to get everything set up. Yeah, so user friendly. So how is everybody's Wednesdays going? Middle of the week, almost the weekend again. We got some meets up here in Wisconsin. We'll be hosting a St. Patrick's Day meetup in Appleton that a lot of people are going to, and that's going to be like an 8-hour long meet starting from 2 and going to midnight. Oh, that's good. That's good. And yeah, OBS is fine for like if you're just recording your screen, but yeah, Twitch things where you want to like add more to it, add some pizzazz and all that nice stuff. That's definitely where you want to use Streamlabs for stuff like that. Yeah, Appleton, like if you're near Wisconsin, you can take 94 all the way north up to 41, especially if you're near Chicago and stuff. It's not a horrible trip for a really long fur meet, all things considered. No entry fee or anything. It's a optional donation to help support it by essentially paying for the room, which is like $500, and then a bartender is like an extra $300. But that's all like optional. It's essentially just keeping the meet running because it's not a monthly meet. It's a like quarterly each during the year. Like they host, I think the St. Patrick's one, they host a Christmas one, and I think they host a Halloween one. So I think they have like 3 throughout the year, and they're all super long, big, very fun parties. Oh, that sucks. Evolution, yeah. If you look back, you can have it set to where you just show a game capture, and if you want, then you can add in a webcam or something. It's pretty much entirely customizable. You can have it capturing 3 different games at once, and then showing your webcam in the fourth corner if you really wanted to, but you will destroy your PC doing it. But it's very versatile, and you can do stuff like that. I mean, Northern Illinois isn't too bad. You can definitely drive up there if you want. I don't know anything about streaming if it's with a phone because all this stuff I run on a dual screen computer. So I can run Streamlabs on one side, the game on the other, and then monitor everything between both of them. So, like, say if we wanted to right now, I could put a video game up and then stick me in the corner, and we could just go on same thing as ever. It's really easy to do. Where even is Anime Central? I thought next anime. Oh, it's that one at the Rosemont. Okay. DU Recorder is a good live streaming app for phone. That probably works. Oh, see, that's the thing. If you call it Anime Central and then someone says ASIN, I don't notice that those two are the same things because I've never gone to that one. I'll have to say the favorite anime con I've gone to had to be Kitsune Con in Germantown. That one was great. I had a good time at that. Green Bay? What did I say? Green Bay. Yes, sorry. I'm having a derp. But that's up by Appleton too, so I guess I just like what cons do happen up in that area. They know how to run a good party. Listen, there's too many towns with G in this state, or they just end in town. My brain gets all flip flopped about all of them, and I get confused. Ain't nothing I can do about that. Ugh. Well, of course, you live like in the same town. I mean, Addie's not here right now. She's working, doing something. I forget what. Either that or she's at home. Honestly, if you bug her on Twitter or something, she's probably going to be doing an art stream later in the night that you guys can go check out. It's not as much crowd oriented, but you can see her do her work and stuff. They're honestly pretty interesting to watch. Just she doesn't play music or talk. Just watching her draw. That's about it. Kind of how it be. I mean, 2017. Yeah, I mean, I started going to cons in 2016, like the second I could, and I've been going ever since. And like, I've already gone to, let's see, it's been like literally 3 years, and I've gone to one, two, three, four, over 12, 13 cons, I gotta say. I've been to a lot of cons. Like, as soon as I got like into going to them, it became like con fever. And now I help run one even. I'm the Fursuit Games coordinator and general events performer at Aquatifer. So if you go to Aquatifer, you'll see me doing a lot of events because I just love doing them. Yeah, there you go. MFF definitely. My advice for your first con is go to a small local con. Of course, that's an issue if you live near MFF because that's going to be the closest con. It's also going to be the craziest because the thing is, small cons and big cons are two different kinds of conventions. Small cons are very panel and community oriented, while big cons are kind of just a giant party. Like Aquatifer, First Squared, things like that. You go to the panels are fun, they're very like close knit and everybody kind of participates to some degree or another. You go to MFF, I don't think I went to like really many panels at MFF because I didn't really have time for them because I was too busy meeting and hanging out with people who I haven't seen since last MFF. Yeah, a good kind of panic attack is a good example of MFF. It's an adventure, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff happening all at once. It's pretty crazy. I mean, this year snow wasn't horrible, it was just cold, like every year. This year it sucked though, because to get to the mall, you couldn't just walk through Sears anymore, because Sears didn't exist. It was just kind of poopy. Yeah. Oh, looks like Scarlett's coming to hang out. Say hello.
I can't, your ears are too big.
That's the goal. My ears take up everywhere. Hello. Yeah, the sky bridge was nice. The fact that it wasn't like burning up. You have to sit higher. There you go. There is now a cat. Two cats, actually. Say hi.
Hi.
You are very quiet.
Hi.
There you go. So how has your day been, Cat?
You work with me.
Okay.
You know how my day went.
That's fair. What's your favorite con to go to?
MFF's my favorite.
Why is that?
It's big, and there's a lot going on, and there's like never any downtime. Plus, I get to see people from all over the world, which is really cool. And the dance competition's way cool.
Yeah. Some pretty good reasons. I mean, I like smaller cons, but MFF's definitely fun for meeting people that I haven't seen in a long time. So, I think we're not really getting to go to many cons this year because of the fact that we're getting married. And we'll be going to Japan, so there goes most of any and all convention money for the next year. So we'll probably try to go to MFF. Definitely going to try to go to Aquatifer because, let's be honest, without me, there's a lot less entertainment there and a lot less panels being hosted. I think they'd be down like 4 or 5 panels if I wasn't there. And you have to go there to host a panel called Cats Are Great. Or chickens. Just talk about chickens for an hour. That would probably be kind of funny as long as you could make egg puns.
Excellent.
Boo. Boo. But yeah, I definitely... There's a few things I always recommend. Yes, Jackbox is the other one. Aquatifer had probably one of the funniest Jackbox panels, and we got the skill of being able to turn any not charity program into a charity program just by essentially competitive betting, where all the bets just go to charity. Yeah, the Jackbox game we did at Aquatifer was essentially a whole panel where we streamed it to the screen and we all just kind of played along, and we had essentially formed teams. So even though it was a free-for-all, we had teams of furries going up against each other in a kind of pseudo-fun way. And the few spots that we had left over, we raffled essentially as donations. Yeah, Who Gave Chewie a Mic was the last one of the things that I was allowed to do at that con. And it probably had the most attendance out of everything that we did. Because essentially, people saw me more and more throughout the con at different panels that I was hosting. And during each one, people realize, oh, this is Chewie. Oh no. And yeah, it's recorded on YouTube. If you just look up Who Gave Chewie a Mic, it'll show up recorded by, I think, Silver Gatomon. And essentially the premise is we go in there with no real plan or idea. I bring in 3 of my friends who I found to be funny and available, and we just went to town. And this year we're actually planning it a bit more, so we're hoping it's even funnier than last one. You're gonna hate me. Winging it's a bit fun, but winging it and having things already planned is also fun. Because then you get to go a bit crazy, but at the same time have room for improv. Which one, Bryn? Or Philco? Or was it Techno? So all 3 of them are very, very good locals that I know and work really well with, so it was kind of a given to bring them in. This year I'm probably going to drag Addie into it because she wasn't available last year, and I wanted to definitely use her horrible comedic improv to my advantage. Yeah, Bryn. So funny story with how I brought Bryn in. Wolfeltech had a panel that the host abandoned called How to Be a Con Artist. Now, not like steal your wallet con artist, but like convention artist. But the issue was, Bryn was an artist, and I'm not as much of an artist. We do fursuit work, but that's about it.
I do fursuit work.
I sculpt. But essentially we came into it, and I was just,
I'm just ears now.
hello ears. I was, essentially just improvising the entire thing and having fun with it, and, both advertised ourselves a bit, and, well, we went pretty crazy with it and had a good time, and I was like, I know you from cons and I know you from meets and stuff. You're funny. You're in my panel. And she helped out with a few other panels and stuff too, so we definitely weren't strangers, and we mixed pretty well comedy-wise. Techno I've known for a long time, and Philco is a good old friend from when I used to live in Milwaukee. We also like to shoot each other a lot with BB guns. So, my crews are always good. Yeah, see, that's the downside. You missed the best part. Whew. That was definitely one of the best panels I've ever hosted. Next to Fursuit Games, because honestly, Fursuit Games was hilarious with what we put people through. Like, the fact that we had the idea to make up musical chairs on the go as a last ditch, and the audio team had been ready the entire time, just meant they knew what levels we were about to go to. 3 friends were having a shared birthday party. That is the most inconvenient time to miss a thing. You see, that's where you should have brought them to that panel for a birthday gift. It would have made them remember it a lot more. A lot of color coding. We had to wing a lot of stuff. We didn't have the best planning, and a lot of our equipment that we were planning on using was missing, so we had to make the most of it and kind of just pull up what we had. We knew from other cons and the equipment that we had available. In fact, we had to actually go run and get some equipment. But it did all work out really well in the end, and I was quite pleased with how it turned out. Maybe next year you'll be able to take part. Meow. Meow. So, with summer approaching, I am also going to be attempting to save up and probably get. For now, I'll probably be borrowing Wolfeltex, but I'm going to be trying to get a GoPro myself and use it to do more outdoor related videos and some higher quality stuff as well. Because with a weather like this, what's more fun than to go outside with your fursuit and do some videos? Especially since we have a state park nearby. So many lakes and nice areas to go check out. And a cat to walk with. We'll definitely have a video coming out from the Whispers campout that'll be happening in August. And I'll probably make a video of my adventures in Japan. So that's why.
That will be human.
That will be human, sadly. I'll have to bring some sort of furriness to keep me sane.
No.
The Shiba hoodie. The Shiba hoodie. I need it. I need something. I'm bringing Shadow's bag at least. But that will be hopefully done with some better recording equipment, so I can make a nice little collage of a 2-week adventure into a country that we don't know about. And yeah, that's the issue, is it's mud right now, but once it dries out, that's when we'll be doing it. If you watch Addie's latest video, you'll see how muddy it is and why going to parks probably wasn't a good idea, but it was still fun to do. There are furry conventions in Japan. They have a furry cruise there, I think, where they go out on a boat for a day.
Japan.
Oh, I thought
That's
it was.
out of California.
A lot of Japanese furries go to that. Now I mean, I get why I'm confused, though, with that. But I'm pretty sure they do have a convention there.
Yes, they do. It's called Japan's Meeting of Furries. It's in January.
So in January, the Japanese Meeting of Furries. They aren't as convention centric though. They do a lot more fur meets. Like with how much they post, I feel like they have a fur meet every other week. I mean, it makes sense though, all things considered. They're a very more person. Broken Fang, thank you for the $5 donation. You're definitely helping me get towards the GoPro. All proceeds will be going towards that. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Approaching.
Hello. Are you a personal space invader?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Say thank you.
Meow.
You heard it first. Look at these pops. They're so big. Big pops. The biggest of pops. Look at those beans. Look at them and weep. They're the beans that will end the world. Wah. They are, yeah, poofy paws.
They're not foam though.
Yeah, I think
They're
it's,
polyfill.
yeah. Polyfill is a lot nicer. It means you can poke things and not be as painful, because foam likes to hold its shape a bit more. Polyfill, you can squish it all the way and it'll not have much issue.
I'm making some polyfill paws.
Yeah, we'll definitely.
Pain in the ass.
Hey, you wanted to attempt those for him. I gotta duct tape that suit's head and then get it ready for furring. And figure out how to do his ears, because, story time. So one of our fursuits that we built back when we didn't live here, we were designing it and building it, and I decided to give it some stiffer ears because it was a fox, so it's going to have ears that are like as big as this, because that's how his are designed. So I use a more rigid type of material, a kind of like a plastic mesh coated with a bit of foam. And I'm guessing he didn't know how to properly store a fursuit, because he put the head in a box, and I suddenly, like, I guess a month after getting it to him, he sends me a picture of it with its ears broken. So I had him send it back, and we've started working on it, and Well, I'm going to make sure the ears are a lot more unbreakable, like these ones. So probably give it a tougher foam that can still bend, but still stays kind of stiff. Because I don't need them being all floppy and wiggly, because fox ears are pretty, like, stiff. Yeah. That's why I'm not doing them yet, is I'm going to be testing out what works and what doesn't. Yeah, broken ears are no fun. It's definitely not a fun time at all. So I am definitely working on fixing that issue so that he doesn't come back to me with it broken a third time. I figure second time's a charm, because A, I want to make it look better than I made it the first time. I definitely made it way too big. And B, he does probably learned his lesson. I'm hoping. I'm gonna give him a talking to after this to make sure that he knows not to do that again. And yeah, big oof, the biggest of oofs, cause an orca fursuit. Those are always really cool. Definitely get short pile fur. Saves on having to shave it and everything. And still it keeps a little bit of fluff, even though, you know, it's a, if you wanted to be realistic, you could go with a vinyl, but that wouldn't look that good, so usually a nice short pile fur for orcas and stuff looks really nice and still kind of plush. With just like a bit of shaving around the face to kind of keep it down a little bit more, but then mostly you don't have to do too much work in the shaving department. At least that's what I've seen with mammalian fursuits that, well, furries love our faux fur, so what are you gonna do? Scarlett's in the background watching X-Files. Ah, Minky. Yeah, Minky would work even better, because that's even shorter than short pile.
Short fur does not hide seams as well as long.
Yeah. Short pile and Minky don't hide seams as well, so try to do it in the least amount of seams as possible. So make sure you're using some big parts. So like if you can cut most of it in a single like big thing, then do that. Good luck. Test it out with Minky, and when making your first fursuit, don't be afraid. Just mess around, practice. My biggest tip: do not get attached to any part of your fursuit when you're building it. Be ready to just rip it off and do it again if you feel something is not right. Because spending too much time fixing it, fixing it, regluing will cause a lot of issues and make it harder to edit and fix. It's easier just to get rid of the whole thing on that side of the face and just work on it again. Because otherwise you're just going to be in for a rough time. But take your time, have fun. My first fursuit, I put a lot of effort in. It turned out pretty decently. So, don't do what I do. Sew it all together first. I did not know about that, so I just practiced gluing it all on perfectly right next to each other. And while I did that really well, I would not recommend it again. Hey, supply's a place to make it. I made it in a 1 by 1 foot corner of my room at my parents' house. Anywhere is enough room as long as you have some floor space and a little tiny table. And space management. Also, Joann Fabrics has most of your supplies except for the faux fur. Joann Fabrics is your friend, and they have the best coupons in the world. Use them to your advantage. Yeah, your eagle fursuit's really good. Really, my only critique on them is make the eyes bigger. They're toony, so the bigger the eyes, the more expression you can get out of them. And it helps with ventilation and vision. Increase the eyes, make sure it's a nice plastic on the outside, stuff like that. Yeah, that works. I mean, yeah, and even when you get your deer Sona, use it as a reference. Look at it, see what they did with the modeling, and like reference it a little. Use it to your advantage. I mean, don't word for word copy it, but see what they did and give it to your style as like learning from them, using it as a reference. So like If you see they add more pronounced eyebrows and that goes down a little, use that. If you see how they do the cheeks, use that. Use it to your advantage to learn and gain some experience. But don't copy it. Yeah, there you go. Then use it to help you, but don't copy. Because copying is bad. Using it as influence is good. Copying is not good.
Copying makes the Twitter army go insane.
Yeah. Twitter gets angry about it. And yeah, choose an easy Sona to start with. Don't pick one that has, 50 spots or super complicated markings. Pick your easiest Sona. Make an easy Sona. Stuff like that. Definitely something that doesn't, kill you to make. So, put some thought into it. Find an adopt that looks easy. Stuff like that. Yeah, getting advice from other people helps too. With my first one, a friend put me in contact with someone who had made suits before, and they helped me and gave me some advice to work with, and it definitely helped a lot with producing it and making it work really well. So it's definitely something to get help on, and don't be afraid to ask. A lot of people do not mind helping and giving a hand to new makers who are learning and trying to do better. Because listen, if you're doing it for a hobby, if you're making your first one, people usually are open to giving you advice and helping you out. Let's be honest. If someone's asking for a few quick tips and tricks, are you really going to get mad at them? Or, just give them a hand? We're all human, or kind of human, or furry. You know what I mean. I'm just a cat, not a cop. That's a cool art piece. Um, we had one of mine in arts class where they gave us a plate of copper, and I made a wolf howling thing, and then you'd curve it and you'd get it to stand up on its base, and it was really cool. And I don't know where it is now. I think my mom has it, and I kind of want it back because it's really cool, but I don't want to just take an art piece I made from my mother. So yeah, I'll get that back eventually, one day. Yeah, and being helpful is a very good thing. Help out your friends, support them, have fun. We're all in this crazy world together. It's no use being a huge competition at all times. I mean, while I agree, I sometimes regret throwing out my old artwork. At the same time, there's some that I did not like. If I did like that artwork, I saved it. I have a really cool selfie I took with an old film photograph from my photography class that I developed and essentially did all the color correction myself. And it's probably the best picture I've ever taken of myself. So that's probably the only picture of me I'll ever get framed on my walls. The rest will be of my persona. Well, wedding pictures, yes. Well, that's cool. I could never, definitely could not do the huge drawings and stuff. My art classes were 3D design and photography, both things I was really good at. But drawing, I always have an issue with. 3D design was always something I was good at. Even I took CAD drawing classes. And once I finished all the tutorials and stuff that we had to do for that class, I started making Star Destroyers and big ships and stuff and using picture references to recreate them. So I definitely do like 3D design more. I just don't have the money or time to get those programs to actually make 3D models and stuff. Otherwise, I probably would start doing that as a hobby, but Said I'm doing YouTube, and I'm happy doing YouTube. It's fun. I get to talk to people. I like talking. That's a good group of art, and leaning back. That reminds me of the time. Nah, my chair likes to go back a lot, and it's really relaxing going back and forth, so I like to just go back and forth a lot. If I don't have a camera on during during a stream, I am definitely doing that, where I'm just kind of chilling, going back and forth. Back and forth. Yeah, I did a bunch of art in school, and then I kind of just stopped. And only reason I've gone to college, quote unquote, is to get my Fire 1 certificate. I'm kind of just slowly getting my firefighter's degree and stuff, so I'm working on that. Hello, Alex. Welcome to the stream. We're just chatting about art and college, school, and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna guess digital art was self-taught. There was one class in my school that started teaching it, and it was mediocre. I mean, really, they are not trying too hard at teaching that. They're still sticking around to a lot of traditional. So, yeah, keep going. Teach yourself digital art, though. You're doing really good from what I've seen.
I suck at digital art.
You're getting better. I mean, a lot of teachers do not know how to do digital art because that was not a thing during their time where they went to college for art studies and stuff. Art programs have only really become a large mainstream thing within the last 19 years, and these teachers are like in their 50s and 60s. They definitely did not have those resources when they were around. So, much like most of the things that we have to teach the teachers on the internet, art is also going to be one of those things. My tech ed teacher did not know that you could turn a CAD program into an art program if you're stubborn enough. So I ended up teaching him that. So it's pretty much just you mess with something enough, it'll start working the way you want it to. And that's the best way to go about it. Hey, if they let you use that tablet during those art classes, you would have beaten everybody by a landslide and the curve would have been way too high. Like, why did they get an A when this person created the literal Mona Lisa? And this person made a picture of a dog. I don't know. But yeah, digital art definitely requires a tablet. Doing it with a mouse is kind of hard. If you're doing 3D design, where like you're modeling on a 3D thing, a mouse works great, but everything else would definitely require a tablet. So I guess they're just saying you're too good for them. All this talk about freaking art programs and tablets, I have no idea. I got my fiance a like $200 tablet to work on for Christmas. That's about all I know about art program stuff. Yeah, there are people who have gotten really good with a mouse, and I'll admit, like, if you got a steady hand and you know how to like do the brush strokes with a mouse, you can do it. I don't recommend it, like, and I'm pretty good with mouse movement and stuff, but the fact that like it'd have to be a wireless mouse. Because the fact that there's a wire that could tug on that mouse if you go too far or it catches on something would cause way too many issues. So they'd have to be using a really nice wireless mouse to get it to work. Any music I'd recommend? Let's see. What have I been listening to recently? Uh, well, I do regularly subscribe to the Suicide Sheep. He posts a lot of different kinds of music. I get a lot of my music tastes from there. Actually, that channel's given me a lot of stuff to look into, and M83. I definitely like M83 a lot. Mystery Skulls, Daft Punk for sure. I love me some Daft Punk. And I've been honestly going back and listening to a lot of Lapfox. Yeah, I know. The thing we all listened to when we were like 15 or 16.
We all listen to copy crap.
But definitely recommend all that. Yeah, Eden was great. I started listening to them a lot because of their mixes. Coan Sounds was another one that I got from them that I listened to a lot. I'm trying to think. A couple songs by Fat Rat. Arcasia I found from there. Madion I found from there. I found their music there and then discovered the rest of their music and realized they did some covers with Passion Pit. And then realized how much I like that kind of music. Oh no, it's buffering. Let me check on that and figure out what's going on. I'm not sure about Steven. I'm looking at the stream health and honestly it all looks green, so I'm not sure what's causing the issues, cuz I'm definitely not seeing too many issues. It doesn't look like it's having yeah, I'm not getting any dropped frames or anything that would say that I have some connection issues, so I'm not sure. But sorry about that. Have a good night. Yeah, I'd definitely say just refresh because it's definitely not on my end. Nothing's dropping. Upload rate is working fine. I'm not seeing anything going red. Like, it's working perfectly on my end at least. Everything looks like it's running fine. But yeah, music. Oh boy. I mean, I listen to a lot of the same stuff, and every so often something gets added or something just comes back that I haven't heard from in a while. So my music choice is pretty much the same as it was when I was younger. I think there's a few things I got over and a few things I went back to. But yeah, I do like my electronic music. It's always super enjoyable. I guess it brings back a sense of nostalgia. Yeah, you kind of end up keeping the same type of music that you've always liked. Movies. I mean, I guess the new Star Wars, but with what they did to Solo, I'm not sure how excited I am anymore. What other movies are coming out this year? I definitely do want to check out that Dora movie to see either how bad or how good they do with it. Because, if you watched College Humor back in the day, they made a trailer for an actual live action Dora the Explorer, and it was honestly quite entertaining. So if they do anything close to that, I'm actually going to be impressed by it. That better not be an April Fool's Day joke. I want to see them go through with that. Because listen, if we can get that into a movie, we can get Clifford the Big Red Dog as a movie. And who does not want to see a Clifford movie? Oh god, the Sonic movie. I want to see it just to be horribly scarred for the rest of my life because it looks so bad. I want Clifford as a gritty, realistic movie. That's the whole goal. I want it to turn into a horror movie like, what was that movie? Cloverfield. Big dog slowly rampaging through town, destroying everything. Detective Pikachu, thank you. Yes. I am incredibly looking forward to Detective Pikachu. so much. And definitely the new Avengers movie. I want to see how it ends. I'm hoping they don't go the Ant-Man route. You guys should probably know what that is if you've been on the internet for at least the last 10 days. They've been going crazy with that. Listen, I know nothing about writing the script, but if you want to throw my name in there and send it to Hollywood executives, go for it. Listen, Peppa Pig's already had to take down some of their episodes for telling kids that spiders aren't scary in Australia. Which, that's something you never want to tell children of Australia because everything wants to kill you. But honestly, that show is weird. It's like, what happened to... We had, like, Blue's Clues and stuff. What a gritty... You know, we got Detective Pikachu. Next one should be Detective Blue's Clues. Except, Steve is the detective, and Blue is the murderer, leaving clues for him to find along the way. Pew, 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 pew. I support gritty reboots of old children's shows. Let's get to it. Let's get these scripts going out. We need them going now, now, now. Furbies are already a horror movie by themselves. You don't need to make a movie. Everybody lived that. The horror movie was getting one, and then having its battery slowly die as it insulted you from your closet. They gave you a live-action, you're there horror movie. I'm so sorry for you. I got lucky and didn't get a Furby. I think my parents realized how creepy they were. Maddie, did your parents ever give you a Furby?
Yeah, I wanted one.
Was it terrifying?
I remember shouting, "Hey Furby," at it all the time, trying to get it to do things.
Was it really not good at it?
Responded sometimes.
Did it ever scare you? Okay, then you lived the proper Furby lifestyle.
My grandparents had one of the old ones, and it smelled like burning rubber bands if you left it on too long.
The beak was fleshy. Yeah. One of the people in chat has that too. Those are
Those are the newer ones when I was a kid.
that is
Those look like the
terrifying.
original.
I don't need a Jimmy Neutron movie because they already gave us one really good one that started the series off. Like, the fact that Jimmy Neutron started with a movie and then it had a Disney or a Nickelodeon TV show after it that did really well was surprising, but the premise was actually really good. Like, I just recently actually rewatched that movie and it's hilarious. It's great. It's horrible. It's dumb. It's not honestly that good a movie, but it's great. Ugh, Carl Weezer. Oh my god. That show was a drug trip and a half. And movie studios stopped having originality when Ghostbusters 2 got a shit ton of money. After that, they realized, hey, sequels are the name of the game. So any big name, and it's a lot of the fact that big name producers don't get a say in what they make anymore. They're just kind of told to make a thing and they make it. If you want originality, the issue is now you have to look at smaller production at companies and newer groups and stuff, and they usually still do really good jobs with neat original things. Live action Codename Kids Next Door would actually be pretty cool. The issue is, would it be the next live action Kim Possible where it looks horrible and doesn't really cater to anything people wanted, and it just looks like a horrible redap made for kids? Like, a lot of these would need to be made for adults. Like, you can tell Detective Pikachu is made for adults. Heck, Ryan Reynolds is Pikachu. That has to be an adult movie. Ryan Reynolds cannot be a actor for a children's movie. That's just not possible. It's a PG-13 movie. Pikachu's going to say the F word. If he doesn't, I'm gonna be upset. Live action Minecraft, I've heard they're already doing, and I'm terrified of that. Courage the Cowardly Dog would be a very intimidating. Courage the Cowardly Dog, honestly, I don't know how well that would work. I'm fine with just leaving that where it was. But Codename Kids Next Door, I would definitely be totally on board with a live action adaptation of that. That would be very entertaining. What the heck is a Minecraft talent show? I don't want to know. Please don't show me that. I do not want to know what that is. Just leave it there. Oh my god. I forget that like 90% of why YouTube got popular was Minecraft. So you look up anything and add Minecraft to it, and there's probably something there. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. Courage was really good by itself. They did a really good job with like skirting the line of like horror and children. Like I could say there was some that thoroughly unnerved me. I don't think I ever got like scared, but I definitely got like intimidated and like it was kind of freaky. Honestly, everyone says that's the creepiest one, but I feel like there's a lot more that are like unnerving and weird than Return the Slab. Yeah, You're Not Perfect was pretty weird. The one where they have the talent show inside that like building or creature's stomach, that one was really creepy. Honestly, that was one of the more unnerving ones for me. What is he gonna be in that movie? I mean, I love that movie series. It's adorable and funny, but what the heck, Harrison Ford? Oh no. Well, yeah, with it, I said I was gonna do this for about an hour, and we're coming up on that mark, so I'm probably gonna start ending it here too. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was really fun. I love getting to talk to you guys. I'll probably try to do some of these more because this is really fun. We will definitely be doing more of these in the future. I'll be doing gaming live streams at random points during the time. Be sure to check out my Twitter. I usually do a poll at the beginning of the day to figure out when we're doing it. I have a Patreon if you wish to subscribe to that and support me to help me get more things. Be sure to subscribe to catch all my content. And I'll definitely see you guys later. Have a great day, and thank you all for watching. Bye.